Hey friends, I hope you're doing great. Today we are reading Agatha Christie's Hercule Poirot's Christmas. Part 1, December 22nd. Stephen pulled up the collar of his coat as he walked briskly along the platform. Overhead a dim fog clouded the station. Large engines hissed superbly, throwing off clouds of steam into the cold, raw air. Everything was dirty and smoke-grimed. Stephen thought with revulsion. What a foul country! What a foul city! His first excited reaction to London, its shops, its restaurants, its well-dressed, attractive women, had faded. He saw it now as a glittering rhinestone set in a dingy setting. Supposing he were back in South Africa now. He felt a quick pang of homesickness. Sunshine, blue skies, gardens of flowers, cool blue flowers, hedges of plumbago, blue, convolvulus, clinging to every little shanty. And here, dirt, grime, and endless, incessant crowds, moving, hurrying, jostling. Busy ants running industriously about their anthill. For a moment he thought, I wish I hadn't come. Then he remembered his purpose, and his lips set back in a grim line. No, by hell, he'd go on with it. He'd planned this for years. He'd always meant to do what he was going to do. Yes, he'd go on with it. The momentary reluctance, that sudden questioning of himself, why? Is it worth it? Why dwell on the past? Why not wipe out the whole thing? All that was only weakness. He was not a boy to be turned this way and that by the whim of the moment. He was a man of 40, assured, purposeful. He would go on with it. He would do what he had come to England to do. He got on the train and passed along the corridor looking for a place. He had waved aside a porter and was carrying his own rawhide suitcase. He looked into carriage after carriage. The train was full. It was only 3 days before Christmas. Stephen Farr looked distastefully at the crowded carriages. People. Incessant, innumerable people. And also what was the word? So drab-looking. So alike. So horribly alike. Those that hadn't got faced like sheep had faced like rabbits, he thought. Some of them chattered and fussed. Some heavily middle-aged men grunted. More like pigs, those. Even the girls, slender, egg-faced, scarlet-lipped, were of a depressing uniformity. He thought with a sudden longing of open veldt, sun-baked and lonely. And then, suddenly, he caught his breath, looking into a carriage. This girl was different. Black hair, rich creamy pallor, eyes with the depth and darkness of night in them. The sad, proud eyes of the South. It was all wrong that this girl should be sitting in this train among these dull, drab-looking people. All wrong. That she would be going into the dreary Midlands of England. She should have been on a balcony, a rose between her lips, a piece of black lace draping her proud head. And there should have been dust and heat and the smell of blood, the smell of the ball ring in this air. She should be somewhere splendid, not squeezing into the corner of a third-class carriage. He was an observant man. He didn't fail to note the shabbiness of her little black coat and skirt, the cheap quality of her fabric gloves, the flimsy shoes. Nevertheless, splendor was the quality he associated with her. She was splendid, fine, exotic. What the hell was she doing in this country of fogs and chills and hurrying industrious ants? Did you like the story? Thanks for listening. Don't forget to comment what is the best book to read during this holiday season, and you will get one of the books I am reading this December. Join me in my reading challenge. Be safe and see you in the next video. Bye!